Welcome to the Australian and New Zealand Association of Psychiatrists in Training website presentation. This is the story of ANZAPT.org and how it came to be. ANZAPT.org first came to life in the late 90s when Foundation webmaster Mark Walterfang put his vision into reality. He registered the domain name and created an edgy chiaroscuro look for the inaugural site, reminiscent of a misspent youth heavily influenced by the 80s. This site had all the elements that have gone on to be the core business of the contemporary ANZAPT.org site. Nadine Corn's How I Passed the Clinicals, primo lecture notes and exam summaries, or advice on where to stay in an exam city from the locals. The logo was simple but bold. The site was supported by pharmaceutical sponsorship. Generation 2 or G2 of ANZAPT.org saw the logo evolve and take on the inkblot reference. The user base was relatively modest, being accessed by a fairly targeted group of registrars. Knowledge about the site was word of mouth. Paul Vogrop took the baton from the Foundation webmaster to further develop the site. 2002 and Generation 3 prepares to burst onto the scene. Times are changing with assessment and a new training course, and there's an urgent need to gather and exchange information on how to tackle the new exam format, the new case history format, and the day-to-day housekeeping of training forms and job selection. The training rules, too, seem to be under construction, but as any new information comes out, it's passed around the community. The large teaching hospitals and psychiatric hospitals, which formed the traditional forum for exchange of this information, have been closed down, and registrars increasingly find themselves in small satellite training centres where the exchange of information has broken down. Enter the responder, an HTML email designed to gather information quickly, distribute information, raise morale and support training. It is the mountain coming to Muhammad as the digital arm of the website reaches email boxes. As part of the development, ANZAPT's current logo emerges, referencing the inkblot and incorporating the metaphor of change in evolution of the new professional identity. The dislocated trainee cohort finds a new forum by which to exchange ideas, an electronic forum, and Angelo Ferraro masterfully organises topics and arranges different levels of security to allow increasingly private discussions to occur in a way that trainees feel safe and protected. The mailing list expands in an exponential fashion, with the majority of trainees receiving a monthly update in the email box. A new style starts to emerge, with hit counts on articles informing the editorial team on what the registrars want to hear. Mentor articles move to the top of the charts, along with exam cheat sheets or how-to articles. Spurred on by the success of the mentor articles, the editorial team take on more ambitious challenges. The interviewer's interviewer, Andrew Denton, hits the front page, along with writer Don Watson. New technologies that can gather information instantaneously from an email help the responder refine its approach. Assumptions are checked against reality, and the voice of the registrar starts to come through. This voice, the results of the survey, are published in the following edition, so the conversation keeps going and a dispersed amorphous group join in a new way to hear that they are not alone in the way they think and talk. A steady flow of articulate and creative registrars start penning their thoughts with regular columns, creative writing and opinion pieces. It's a winning formula. Month after month, new issues emerge of the responder, supporting and entertaining registrars. By 2006, G4 is required. The website is buckling under its own success with over 500 articles and a diverse range of subject headings. The website re-emerges with tag clouds and the traditional hit puller, opinion pieces, presidential reports, interviews and exam cheat sheets, forming the monthly staple. The stats tell the story of a pure population regularly using its site, with usage surges seen in the months before clinicals and written exams. The first ANZAPT.org cohort are now consultants and new categories of early career psychiatrist, along with job vacancies, emerges, tracking the transition. 2008 and G5 has hit cyberspace. Over 50 issues of the Responder have been published, and the site is still ticking. As psychiatry education online proliferates, ANZAPT.org is still a unique psychiatry community site for the registrars, by the registrars, supporting each other get through. Its basic values are the very substrates of collegiality, with the idea of a new space and way for a community to converse as key to its operation. We would like to thank Janssen CELAG for the sponsorship of the Responder over the past 5 years, Angelo Ferraro and Ian Haywood for running the vouching and the forum, and all the registrars who have contributed to the site's success through their creativity, tenacity and generous contribution.